Here it is. Alright, here we go. I just woke up and I had a past life recall. It was really weird. I'll take you through it. What was weird was nothing. Usually when I have a past life recall, I'll feel it in my heart. I'll feel something in my heart. Something that I can't explain. Like, do you know what India feels like? You think you feel India, or you feel a different culture, or an event, you feel it? And I'll bring that to my head in meditation, and I'll get my past life recall. This one was, I don't know why it happened. I never had any of that. But what I did have was fighting in the spirit world, fighting an ex-Jesus Christ. And the video I'm going to make about that is going to blow your mind, man. I don't even know if I'm going to make it, because it's real. It happened. It is what it is. But back to this. I don't have nothing. The only thing strange about my morning was I went to the grocery store with my mom, spent all day in the parking lot, or all morning, and waiting for her to shop. And it was such a beautiful day in the parking lot. Anyway, and I was, looking in the sky, and it was nice and cool, winds blowing, not hard, it was nice, and I had a bunch of, I remember when I was younger, the same type of feeling I had, because of the weather, brought me back to when I went to Georgian Bay, stuff like that. But that's all that happened. I came home, and I laid down, go to sleep for an hour so I could make it through the hockey game. And tonight. And what happened was this. I went in, I had a past life recall. It was awesome. And it corresponded with a past life recall that JC gave me about Daniel Boone. And it was the last past life I had recall with Daniel Boone that happened about 2-3 years ago with Jesus Christ. And he showed me part of it. And it's like now I got another piece for what is happening in St. Lucian with this ex-Jesus Christ. That's me and him are fighting. And there's a big event, and I'll make it after this video maybe. There was a big event that happened, and he's finally slowly leaving. It's crazy. So here's the dream. It wasn't a dream, it was a past life recall. I was watching the scene, but I was standing behind the main character of the main character of the dream. And the main character of the dream was me, but I only saw the back of his head. And he was dressed in clothes, hunting clothes, like the Wild West guys, skins and shit. And anyway, okay, here's the scene. I'm separated from the scene, but I'm connected to this guy. It's like I'm this guy. I'm feeling everything this guy's feeling. And this is a dream, but it's a spiritual thing too. It's spiritual. And it really fucked me up for a little bit. I woke up crying. But anyway, the guy's on a horse. He's on a horse, and he's right in front of me. Like if I went like that, I could touch him. And I'm right behind him. And I'm feeling everything he is. And when he moves his head, I move my head. So here's the scene. I'm in this, it's at night, under either some kind of light. I don't know what kind of light. It was lit up in the area, and there was about 50 to 100 horses with people on them. And there was people on horses. No, there was lots of horses. I mean, there's a lot of horses, but and they're all in this one, packed in this one area, like a meeting, like they're having a meeting at night somewhere. And there's a building, a wooden building, like a bar or something. Meet, sort of like I said, the feeling was like meet at the bar at 11 o'clock. We're gonna have a meeting. So everybody in the town goes to the bar with their horses, and they all gather up, and some guys are drinking, and everybody's smoking, just smoke everywhere, and it's hot, and it's cool. It's nighttime, and there's smoke everywhere, and the horses are shitting everywhere because they're all compact in this one area out front of the bar or whatever this building was. It was something like a bar or a police station, something like that. And we're all just hanging out, and all of a sudden, out of the darkness of this light, it wasn't a proper light. It was like torch light or an oil lamp light, that type of thing. And everybody was dressed in cowboy hats and skins and old clothes, you know. And I felt like my brain was going. It feels like it's like Clint Eastwood movie, you know, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. Because I love that show, you know, it really freaked me out. And it felt like that. And I'm looking, and it was like all the cowboys standing around going, hey, and all these men and things. And I can see all the horses. There's got to be 100 horses. And there's all these people standing around. And the people looked like normal dress of the day. And then I noticed there was two gray coat guys in the American Civil War. I guess it was like the gray coats and the blue coats or some same thing. I'm not a historian guy. I don't know. But they had the gray coats, Confederate. I think it was Confederate. Is that right? Confederate is the gray guys. They had the gray coats, and the blue coats were the Northerners, and they fought in the Civil War to free the slaves and free America. I'm Canadian, right? What do you do? I know a lot of it, but for me to recall it in this video is forgetting about it. Anyway, there's two guys in gray coats over there, so I know they're like soldiers. And there was a guy over there, and he had black hair and a big black beard, nasty big black beard. And he was sitting on a horse, the guy with the black beard. The two Confederate guys were sitting on horses, so they were smoking, talking to each other. And in front of me was the people of the town mixed in with other horse heads. You can see horse heads and guys standing beside the horses, and they're talking and drinking beers, whiskey and shit. Smoke. And so I'm sitting there and I'm waiting, and all of a sudden, out of the darkness comes this guy on a horse, and he has bodyguards with him, some kind of bodyguards, and they're dressed normally. But this guy, he was dressed in a gray coat, and he come marching in, and everybody, when he came marching into the group on his horse with the other guy with his little friends or whatever they were, gang members, he came marching in. Everybody turned and shut up to hear what he had to say. So it was like the meeting was happening because he was going to say something, and that's why they had it. So he's standing there. I don't hear what they say. I do, but I can barely hear. The whole crowd was talking, and I had to hear what he said. So they all more or less shut up, and he said something. I don't know what it was, but he was spewing his shit. They said basically, and this guy was like, he wasn't a lieutenant or he wasn't. I think he was a lieutenant, but he wasn't like the commander of the whole war thing. You know, he's just like a guy for that area. But he was a soldier or something. Anyway, all of a sudden he showed up. We're all looking at him, and he's talking to everybody. He's giving out the plan, whatever this shit is. But I knew he was going to be here, and that's why I'm here. Okay. So he's sitting there talking. He gets done his speech. and he's taking people's questions or responses, feedback. He's taking feedback from all people. So everybody's giving him feedback, and he's answering them. And the guy with the big beard, I'm gonna kill. That's why I'm here. I'm gonna kill the guy with the big beard. I'm gonna kill the two gray coat guys to the left, and I'm gonna kill this guy with the gray coat. This guy that just walked in. I'm gonna fucking shoot him right in the face. Then I'm gonna shoot the black beard, and I'm gonna shoot these other two gray coats. And they all knew me. Everybody in this town knew me, knew who I was. But if they knew or they didn't, I didn't know. I was on my horse. I'm on my horse. I got that little thing on the seat and you hold on to. And between, I'm on the seat and in front of me was a bow and arrow. Right? My hip or whatever was done. And I knew I had to go. It was one of them handguns that were real long, and you put the powder into it. It was a handgun pistol, but it was one of them single shot load and pump things. I don't know. I don't know what kind of gun it was. I mean, I could look it up on Google, but I knew, and I thought, damn, right? And so I had it loaded and ready to go. He was taking word, and I looked at him. And he had short, sandy blonde hair. He was white, and his eyes were close together. And he had these cheekbones. He had not cheekbones, jawbones here that stuck out. And the whole feeling of why I was doing this was because that guy and the beard guy and the two gray coats were a gang. Now, the Civil War was going on. I guess it was a Civil War. The American Civil War. These guys went out and raided people's houses. They raided their own house, their own people, their own side. They went out and raped and mutilated and killed their own people. But especially they like doing it to the other side, the American side, the people that are fighting. So if your wife was at home in the house with the kids, they come in, kick in the door, rape your wife, kill the kids, kill the horses, and then burn it all down. And basically, they were a separate little gang of fucking terrorists, a gang inside that, the gray coat war side. So you had the blue coats and the gray coats, I guess, but at least in the gray coat and the blue coats, they all had their own little gangs that did rotten shit. I knew about this guy and his gang and what they do. And this guy, from what I knew, he was hated by his own people. Because they knew too, but they couldn't do nothing. Because he was like the lieutenant of a bunch of war guys in the war. And they couldn't do nothing. They would die. And they knew it. And I knew it. Now, I felt I was so anyway, felt like a Clint Eastwood. You know when Clint Eastwood walks into a bar and the whole place shuts up, and then Clint, they say some words and Clint's like the coolest shit, and boom, shoots them all. Okay, that's what it was like. But my heart's racing, I'm sweating. And then I said, yeah, I got something to say. And I don't know what I said, but it's basically, you're gonna fucking die. And by the time he went to reply, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you right now. And I had my gun and I cocked it or whatever. But I know it was like wooden and steel and brown and big and heavy, and for a handgun, I don't know. But I said something like that to him. I'm gonna kill you. And he goes, well, if you think you're gonna fucking kill me, then maybe you should. And I raised my gun and I pointed it right at his face. And my heart was pounding. Poof, blew his fucking head clean off. Gone. Dropped like a... Now this guy, okay, when there's a war going on, soldiers fight. They don't go around raping, killing kids, innocents, burning them fate, taking slaves and using them and killing them. Okay, and that's what this guy was. So he was like the pinnacle of sickness on the fucking earth. This guy did not even deserve to be in the war. Okay? I then shot him in the face. I dropped the gun, pulled the arrow out. The other guy, Blackbeard, he didn't even know what happened. He was drunk. I fucking put it in the arrow, shot Blackbeard right in the head. Thunk. Grabbed another arrow. People were starting to get all crazy. The horses were bucking and shit from the fucking gunshot. The two guys, I was aiming for them. I think I got them, I don't know. But the whole feeling was, if I can get these 4 guys before I die, and I was going to die any minute, because I'm in the middle of this fucking war, and I don't want to be. But I never, this is another side thing. But I aimed for the 2 guys. I don't know if I got them or not. That's just it. I don't know if I got them. But I got the Blackbeard, and I got the demon fucking, the beast. You know when there's a full, okay, the beast in the spirit world is war. So when you see Hollywood promoting the beast, or the beast energy drink, and the beast this and the beast that, and the beast energy drinks, and the beast on your favorite movie, and the beast on Hollywood, and Walt Disney cartoons, the beast, the 3 scratch marks, the beast is total war. Total war. That's what the beast represents. This guy was the beast. Okay, there's a war going on, that's a beast, but this fucking guy, he even personified that even worse. Like, there's rules in war. You don't fucking kill women, innocent. Well, you do in a war if they're soldiers, but you don't kill civilians. You don't fucking rape the kids and then drink the fucking blood and rape them and kill them. And you don't do that shit. I don't give a fuck. And I knew it in the dream. And I woke up from the dream. This is what comes in. Then the priestess, she's telling me. I told my dream, and everybody's going, so what do you think about that? And I'm like, oh, you fucking blow me away. And I guess the priestess, she knows all about this shit. She said, you never took sides in the war. She said, you hated the slavery and everything, all the dark shit the South had, but they could have been their own people, but you didn't like the slavery and all the fucking killing and corruption. And the blue coats, you don't like some of what they did. I don't even remember what that was. And she goes, you never took sides. And she said, before that you were a Native American, and you still in this life, in the Daniel Boone life, you killed Native people that deserved to be killed because they were bad people. They just fucking killed for no reason. And that's what she goes, that's what you did. She says, you killed around 400 people, Rich. This is not in the history books, but you killed about 400 bad guys on each side, all 3 sides. I'm like, she goes, there's a lot of shit not written in history books about Daniel Boone. See, what you watch on your internet and what you read in the books, it ain't real life at all. She goes, you killed about 400 people in that fucking war. And not soldiers, not just normal soldiers. She goes, she said, you respected war for what it was going to happen. You're a soldier and you're out there fighting, doing your thing, good on you. That's what she told me. I'm like, yeah, that's the way I am now. She goes, exactly. She goes, but there's cells in each side. And those cells do all the dirty work. And they're either hired to do the dirty work, or they go out, they form up during war, and they go out, and they rape and pillage and steal and get everything they can. And those are the people you were after. And she goes, they did stuff to your family and your friends that didn't deserve what those people got. And you decided upon yourself that you weren't taking sides in any war. You were just killing the fucking guys that needed to be killed. She goes, they were ruthless. once they got the taste of killing someone and stealing their stuff, they just went. Those people that did that couldn't stop. That was their ticket, and they were so evil, you wouldn't even believe it. She goes, "That's where you came in. That's where Daniel Boone came in and started killing them fuckers, finding them and killing them, seeking." She goes, "You were seeking them out and killing them. And you were fucking good at it," she said. And I'm like, she goes, "None of that shit's written about Daniel Boone. Maybe a couple things, but not to the extent that it was." And they didn't. And then the people, I guess the people. She said the people that saw you kill that lieutenant, the gray coat lieutenant, and the others. The gray coat lieutenant and the others that I killed were all part of a gang in the gray coat war. They made their own little town gang, and they went around and did whatever they wanted to anybody they wanted, and there's nothing you could do, nothing. So you stepped up and fucking shot them and killed them all. And she goes, "That's what you did." And she said, "You killed about 400 fucking bad guys. They needed to be killed." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" She goes, "Oh." She goes, "You can review. You saw what you needed to see." And I go, "Is that because of the crazy man's doing to me?" She goes, "I don't know the answers why you saw it, and no one gave it to you. Christ didn't give me this dream. Well, maybe he did, but not the entity, the personal Christ. Maybe the whole Christ consciousness gave me it, but unbelievable." Oh man, that was crazy. And then I felt like everything slowed down. It's like I went in there and I knew I was going to die. I accepted my death. When I was in this group of people, I accepted it. I'm going to die right here. But before I leave, these fuckers are not staying. I could not live one more day with what these fuckers were doing to people, innocent people, to their own people. And then they blame it on the fucking blue coats. But they'd steal all the shit and they'd have it. The gold, the money, the horses, the cows, cattle, property. They'd steal it all. Who's going to say what? What? You going to say something? What? No, you're not going to say nothing. That's what these guys were doing on both sides to people, and I wouldn't have it. Not while I'm here. So I accepted my death. I went in and I assassinated all fucking 4 of them. Took up the fucking leader of the gang and the other gang. All the people there saw it and didn't say a fucking thing. They're like, thank you, and they let me go. And the priestess confirmed it. And that's when I woke up. And I'm still in that fucking dream. So it was like I was reliving it or something. I don't know. It was weird. But there was no trigger for it. There was no inside thing for it. And except the only thing that's going on in my life that would trigger that event, that dream, that past life recall, was something to do with Crazy Man. I've been at war with Crazy Man for 4 months now. And a bunch of shit happened I haven't told you yet. But I don't even know if I want to tell you. It's so fucking too much. But hey, I don't know. I'll make it. What the hell? You can't get any further down the fucking rat hole than I am. So, but it's gospel happened. I'm telling you. In the spirit world, I don't even get all of the spirit world. The pieces in this little war I'm having with Crazy Man brought out why I fight these fucking guys. And it's like Daniel Boone past life. I couldn't stand for them fuckers walking the earth because they didn't deserve that. They didn't deserve oxygen because they were raping and killing everything. Everything. And it's the same as these Christ. When Christ comes to give you love and help you, and unconditional love and help you, he does not have the fucking right to rape you, exploit you, rape your brain, rape you, exploit you, put a gun to your head, stick you in a fucking room no one sees you. You don't have that right. He's there to make your life better. But But there's a line. If he crosses it, I ain't fucking putting up with it. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I always thought, oh, why the fuck am I doing? Why do I always do this? Why am I always picking out Christ's faults that he gets? So each Christ will get away with certain things that he does. Sex, rape, putting a gun to your head, blackmailing you, trying to get your secrets and all that. And this is what's going on with Crazy Christ right now. I won't put up with it. I always ask, how do I know this shit? How do I know this shit? And it's just natural. I don't even fucking know. And then I'm like, I have this recall of Daniel Boone, where I took out the fucking bad guys in war. Okay, war is not nice. But there's bad guys in war that are 10 times worse than the fucking soldier. Did you ever watch the fucking Braveheart show? Where Braveheart's walking, he's got the fucking sword. He's walking against the fucking Roman soldiers. He's walking up, trotting by the fucking one Roman soldier, and they're looking to screw his wife, or they killed her or something. And he pulls it out, and he accepted his death right there. He's walking in there, and just started fucking hacking the shit out of him. That's what I did in that fucking Civil War. Daniel Boone. So what you read about Daniel Boone, I mean, I watched some things, but the priestess, she told me, what you see on the fucking TV about Daniel Boone in history books ain't fucking true. Some nice old white guy, some, come over from England, born here, whatever, I don't even know. But he's here, and then the fucking war started up around him. He didn't want it, but he wasn't going to put up with the shit he saw. And the war was, soldiers were fighting, that's one thing. But if you went beyond that, killing women and children, and for the fucking sake of fucking money, gold and property, fuck you, you're dying. That's it. And they made their life goal to do that shit. And I wouldn't have it. So I shot him in the fucking head every chance I get. White man, Indian, black man, I don't give a fuck. You were fucking doing that shit, fuck you, I'll kill you. And and I killed the fucking slaves, not the slaves, the fucking guys that was slaving out the black guys. Fucking shot them in the face. They didn't deserve to live. When I could get the chance. But mostly I was after the fuckers that killed innocents, that raped women and children, and then killed them, and then blackmailed, and then put it on the fucking blue coats. And the blue coats are doing the same thing. I shot them fuckers too. But I wasn't on either side. All I want to do is live, from what I understood. Now maybe one of them groups killed my family, and I figured it all out, and that's when it started. There you go, guys. So Daniel Boone's past life. Peace of it. Later.